We're recording. Let's take a look at who we got in here. I think, yeah, I think we're set to go. See how they are feeling. Hey, I'm gonna ask, alright? Settle down. Kidding, but, alright. Like they don't know, but we're just saying it anyways, because, hey. I mean, between us, we go back between Royalty and here. Royalty is best of 7 because it's in the playoffs. So might as well say it. But it is a best of 5 matchup here in week 4. Actually, this season, it's kind of flying by. Week number 4. And this is CPL 2v2 of the GC1 to GC2 tier. And a shot saved from Machu also avoids the demo. And they are trying to pick up pace, and that is on. GC lock. Its initial touch could be in trouble, but Macho comes flying through. But if you already didn't notice, SP Uninspired team name in blue, Spartan Vanguard in orange. Still scoreless, but minute under, and what a 50, and more shots coming through as Spartan Vanguard being tested, but showing up on defense. And big question, who's gonna take the first goal? Both teams ramping things up, getting more comfortable, and seemingly only a matter of time as Macho takes the air, but that one player for SP on defense able to clear it. And you see Lock, nice touch initially, maybe leading the way. That might not be in, and perhaps a missed opportunity. Had the numbers and bump coming out, and that's exactly what you think Spartan Vanguard should have pulled out. And SP Uninspired team name having the right approach for their first goal. Sometimes you gotta get your hands dirty, get those bumps in, although cars, hands, nobody knows, but you know what I mean. As almost halftime, and GC lock, errant touch, but perhaps drawing the opponents in, thinking they had a free open net, but big space in between, and maybe the numbers again, but missed touch for SP. Now GC lock going for a bump of its own, and there's a shot, but what a save, Dylan there. And seemingly SP has a player at the last second able to save. Happened a couple of times now, but GC lock moving it forward. SP a little bit awkward, can't get the touch. Macho low, just baiting. Only a 1 score difference. Macho to the air, flip reset by 1, and Dylan there just in time. They do it again, but high blast. Macho too high on the touch, and Dylan moving it down. But 1 minute 25 left. Necklace showing good control in there, but good patience from Macho. Challenging at the right time, and gets the block up top. See, Lock can only put a low one, but it actually works because separation is created. And SP can't stick with that. And a tough spot to be in. Can't get it to the corner, and we are tied up 1 apiece in game 1. But come shooting through the mid. Dylan trying to loft one past. Macho almost getting demoed. Trying to move it down. GC lock, high touch. Dylan in a rough spot. Avoiding the demo. And good switch as Macho comes through. 35 seconds left. Spartan Vanguard threatening in the corner. Big demo! And trying to squeeze the needle. Macho can't get it past as SP get back just in time. But the right kind of play to try and sneak one through. And Dylan can't quite get underneath. And Macho trying to get a pop. Can't get the height. And 5 seconds. Gonna keep pressure. Bump coming out almost. A long clear threatening, but OT ends in a kickoff, right? Well, not so far. Dylan, though, has a chance in the air. Macho is there, and Meckless playing it safe. Now, gonna try, and he can't get the touch. Thought about it too much ahead. Skips under, and honestly, tough spot when you're off the sidewall. It messes up many a player. But Spartan Vanguard take game number 1 in a close one. Going to OT. And what will we have in store for game number 2? Gonna be a good series, Belb says. Indeed. If the series is anything like game 1, goals were tough to come by. Gotta be smart with your decisions. Otherwise, your opponent can make you pay. Numbers, keeping close, all important. But game 2 is here. And trying for a strong start. It's SP. As you see, Lock gets the demo, but in a rough spot. And just trying to give it away. Grab some boost. To the midfield. Macho far back and might be in a rough spot because of it. Although, plays that well on defense. Meckless, good touch, good bounce. Might get there in time and does. All over the field. And what a play. As SP get the first goal and a nice bounce back from them in game 2. Down in the series. Have had a little misfortune in game 1 to end. But right now they are coming out hot and seemingly angry as they have ramped up the speed. Dylan has options. Opts for the pass. And well executed. They are up 2. Macho to the other side. Flip reset. And a pinch. What a play from Macho. As he's trying to get the scoring going. Yo, what a goal. But Dylan, high pop. GC lock cutting through. And trying to get in front of that. Can't get the flip reset. Plenty options for someone with low boost. Still threatening. But bounced out. Macho trying to challenge. Meckless off the side. but can't turn on this one. We'd seen him stay in the play, and GC Lock kind of gives that one up. However, battle at the midfield, and given right up is Dylan. Had a miscue, and we will not stop talking about it matters if you could stay behind the ball, especially when your opponent is looming, trying to get a touch going the other way. But Spartan Vanguard find it, tie it up. They do exactly that. 3 minutes to go. 2 apiece, but Meckless all over the sidewall. He plays those sidewalls very well. And big beat as Macho trying to get back. He's not going to be able to. And Dylan has a free one going the other way. And awkward touch misread as SP are up by 1, regaining the lead, but might just give it back if GC Lock can get that, and almost messes it up. However, does finish it out a little bit quick for the shot. Had to readjust, had to get the 50, but Macho trying to get it out. Meckless though might just fake in front of net. Could be a play, but ran out of time. But GC Lock, big challenge on defense and almost scoring, but give credit to SP getting back. Macho, GC Lock almost sneaking one, and Macho trying the angle, denied. But Meckless, if he could get back to this one, and he can't get the angle, but still applying the pressure. That's a long touch. Meckless kind of cuts it, trying to catch up to it. Does get the flip reset. Macho in an awkward spot, and you wonder, even though Meckless had low boost, if he stayed with it, still would have paused the defense and still would have had to read what was going on. And Macho steals the ball. No, steals the boost, sorry. Does not steal the ball. But Meckless downfield, and they give up another one, and you gotta wonder what's going on with this defensive Vanguard. They have the ability to catch up, but these simple clears catching them at fault. But 112 almost getting it by. Smart play, applying the pressure, but Dylan might have just sealed this one. What a double. Macho trying to bring it to the corner. Can't get it quite there. Dylan is hovering. And a 2-goal lead for SP. But under a minute to go. Meckless trying to take control. GC Lock there. Macho. What a touch going wide. Unfortunately, can't really form anything out of it. And an awkward touch there. Macho trying to 50 in. And sealing touch in. Are you kidding me? GC Lock cuts the lead to 1. And they have a chance to tie it. 26 seconds left. SP though, they're trying to tie up the series. And Meckless might have a chance to seal this game. Well, Macho going through, cutting it to the side, a little bit behind the ball, and tough as GC Lock. Are you kidding me? Just places it high, awkward play behind Dylan, and Meckless can't get a touch, and then goes back after his own touch, and somehow it works out like that. and we might have ourselves another OT and another chance for SP to make amends for game 1 OT. Although kickoff goal denied. Although Meckless could get back to this one, does get a 50. And Macho in a tough spot, might get demoed, but what a touch. Meckless waiting. And big pass from Dylan. Moves through quick on the touch. And OT sealed from SP. Tied up the series. And they get their revenge in OT, no less. So we got 2 games, 2 OTs, 1 win apiece. But game 3 is here. Trying to reach a breaking point. Who can gain a little ground in the series? It's tied up 1 apiece. They've had plenty of game play go on to get familiar. Now a big game. Trying to get to match point. And it's GC Lock challenging. High ball. And Macho chasing it down. Gets the demo. Is that going to roll in? And they wanted it so bad, but the angle had other ideas. And Meckless also holding his ground as well. Does get a boost steal. Can't get a touch there. Is it going to result in being out of position? No. Meckless is there. And my ball off to the side. Being chased. Macho avoiding. And just moving it down. Buy some time. Can get a touch forward. And that's going to skate on by again. SP fortunate with these touches. And a miscue maybe, but no one on defense. At least not initially for SP. But shot could come through. But Meckless taking his time. And Macho can challenge. Make up for it. See a little bit of panic. But what a shot coming through. Like an angel in the air. GC Lock rips that one on target. Spartan Vanguard up by 1 to start game 3. But you can't count SP out. They've shown the momentum they could put forward. Especially when they got the speed going. So 3 minutes to go. Plenty of time. But play slowed down a little bit. And perhaps Vanguard liking that pace. But fake. And Meckless almost had a shot on target, but light touch. Going back to Macho. And Macho trying to fake there. But you see Lock in a tough spot. And they're in tough position to continue moving forward, but Macho trying to get it by. And there's been some very good challenging from SP. Now Dylan to the air and drops it. But Meckless now trying, might have the angle, but he's a little bit low trying to get the pop. 2 minutes ago, and GC Lock going flying. Will that cause some problems for Vanguard? And giving it back up to Meckless. Is that the right choice? And luckily for Vanguard, Macho comes flying through. Very unfortunate for SP, and Did not see him out of the corner. And how could you expect that? Right there, you're expecting... Alright, we got possession, and what a save, Macho. That could have been the momentum SP needed. And now back to the drawing board, but they're still applying pressure. And Big 50, they're hovering. They need a goal here. If they get one, they have a chance to tie it up. A little bit more time in a twos match. But Macho trying to get the bump. Plenty of time taking off. And Meckless trying for the flip reset. Macho wise to challenge up top. And GC lock. Big 50. Can he put on target? That's a huge goal for Spartan Vanguard, who are trying to go up match point. Up 3. Looking like they got this one. As we are under a minute to go. And you gotta wonder, what can SP do? It's a little bit of a difference from them. They haven't been able to get the offense going. And one of their offensive ways, using numbers to their advantage, they haven't been able to do that much. Can they get back to that? And almost getting a goal as we run out of time. But game 3 is almost at an end. Dylan moving it down, almost in, and there you go. We've seen a lot of pressure from them in the last minute. If they can move this into a full game, then they can tie up the series yet again. But certainly gonna be an interesting game number 4. Tundrum, I know you ain't asking 2-1 with an overlay on our screen. Bro, you might be the most blind person. I mean, there are blind people who listen to Twitch, but yeah, for someone who plays Rocket League as well, that's impressive. But we're going to Sovereign. Yeah, what's up, Kubi? Yes, sir. I know all about you. What's going on, man? How you been? I bet. Okay, here you go. All right, game 4 is here. SP against SP, uninspired team name. We'll give them the credit for the full name. We just don't say it. It is a lot. It's a mouthful. Against Spartan Vanguard, but wow, what a start. Almost going through. However, for GC lock, not surprising. It hits the side. Sometimes he could peek, sometimes it's just shy of peeking. But luckily he has Macho there to finish it out. But a very strong start from them, and a kickoff goal as well. You gotta wonder though, too strong of a start too early. It does happen to teams, but that second effort to just move it forward, incredible. But definitely not the start SP wants. However, they are far from out of it. We've seen their ability. Can they put it together? Waiting on that boost. He's caught on stream. GC lock cutting through, and they have momentum. They have confidence. But how do you break that confidence? Getting a goal, of course. But also, we have mentioned multiple times, SP They focus on numbers, using it to their advantage. And you see Locke trying to get one, and that is gonna be saved. The suspense was killing us, and Macho does it again. Although, perhaps a little awkward. Maybe baiting for content. I don't know. But, SP, unfortunate again. But yet, we will say they are not out of it. And they have the ability to use the numbers to their advantage, put together strong offensive possessions. But can they be put in the right positions? Dylan takes to the air, trying for the bump, and almost succeeds. And Vanguard holding on to a 2-goal lead. Dylan move it forward, and Meckless doing his thing, trying to challenge. But big beat as GC Lock trying to get back, and tough to read. Light touch, and there's Macho again to follow through, but fortunately facing own net. Does recover. And trying to make it awkward, but Meckless not intimidated. Does not panic. But we've reached halftime. Now SP definitely need a goal. Get something on the board. They've been shut out quite some time now. Very unlike them. Dylan, high flick. Can GC Lock get back? And he does, and that's something Vanguard has been doing so well. Having a player come through midfield in front of net just to help out and help eliminate that shot come through on the follow. But big clear, huge goal. GC Lock perhaps gets the clincher, but a minute 41. SP, do they have a kickoff goal in store? Nothing like a kickoff goal to change the tide. Or that's not going to happen. Macho quick on the challenge. 50. Going again, might have another, and that's massive. Macho, quite the stat line in game 4, has been filling nicely, although you got to give credit to GC Lock, applying pressure on many, and Macho being able there to fill and succeed in the score. But 4, as Vanguard has really ramp things up, especially on defense. Although, as we say that, what the hell was that? A little team bump, and Dylan getting a goal as 3-goal difference. But we've seen crazy things. Vanguard continue with those team bumps. Might be a problem, and Dylan almost connects on that pass. Could have made things awkward for Vanguard. Dylan. Flip reset. He can't quite get under it. He got under it. Might have had a chance to move it forward. But 45 seconds left. High touch. Macho getting beat out a little bit. But GC Lock. Low boost. Just staying in front. Nice 50s coming out. Maybe has a chance, low boost to score. But Meckless is there. And Macho with a good challenge as Meckless trying to cut it. I'm going to try it again. Does get GC Lock. But Macho being threatened with a bump. What defense yet again, we will say, from Macho. Perhaps the difference in the series. And right there, you threaten with the cringe bump, managing to avoid it. Spartan Vanguard take the victory. And hard fought. lot of credit for both teams, as it was quite the series. Vanguard definitely being tested, had to ramp it up, especially on defense. Did that. SP did not have an answer. And guess what? If you voted for Spartan Vanguard, you're getting your points back. Your points are safe. Bot. Yeah, not bots. Boys. What? Alright, it sounds weird. We're just gonna stop talking. But we will say thank you for everyone who tuned into this match. No matter what team you rooted for, we encourage it. All in good fun. And appreciate it, everyone in chat, of course. So very much appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. But that's gonna do it. SP Vanguard, congrats on the victory. Going forward. But yeah, that concludes this recording. We'll post it on YouTube for anyone to watch. Make sure you follow that YouTube. I got 3K points, but you also voted 3K points, right? I think that's how it should work, right? People who voted get their points back. That would be rigged if not.